What's going on YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Nightwing issue number 90. Wow, hard to believe we're already at issue number 90 since the series began back in 2016, but here we are. So let's go ahead and get started talking about it. This one's written by Tom Taylor. The art was by, it wasn't Bruno Redondo, so it was Geraldo Borges, who pretty much has a very similar style. Like, it looks pretty similar to what we're normally getting in the Nightwing book, but I believe because they had that Superman Son of Kal-El crossover that they probably couldn't get the same artist on here. That's at least my theory. But as somebody who's filling in who has to try and mimic Bruno Redondo's style, it does a pretty good job of it. So now I've kind of had my grievances about the Nightwing book as of late, really kind of post Fear State. There was one issue I really liked, which was the one continuous shot thing, but it really didn't advance the overall storyline that was going forward. And like I said, once Fear State happened, it felt like we kind of pushed everything aside, and we haven't really been getting back to that main storyline, because like we've also had like Justice League characters kind of show up and Titans characters show up. And then we had like the crossover just with Superman Son of Kal-El, and that just happened. And now the Flash is coming in here, and it's like, are we really kind of taking away from the main story? Well, this one actually feels more integral to Nightwing's story as opposed to what was going on with John Kent's storyline when the Nightwing book crossed over with that book. So yeah, we at least got a little bit more momentum, I suppose. Basically, Blockbuster is putting another hit out on Dick Grayson, because Dick Grayson's had hundreds of hits put out on him ever since he announced he was going to help the city of Bloodhaven. Funny, Bruce Wayne doesn't seem to get as many hits on him as Dick Grayson does. But then again, that's probably because there's a lot of different wealthier people in Gotham City too. Or wait a minute, Bruce Wayne's not super wealthy anymore, is he? It's the Fox family, because for whatever reason, they just kind of stole all his money. Well, not really them, Catwoman did, but they decided not to give Bruce Wayne his money back, but whatever. So yeah, basically he's warned by his sister, Melinda Zuko, which is a plot point that is kind of forgotten about. Even Wally, or West, who shows up in this, she's like, wait, what, sister? What are you talking about? Warns him about the oncoming danger. He basically, like, he comes in there, he stops this thing. Flash comes in to kind of help him out along with Nightwing, and they get everyone kind of safety. But he's like, you know what, since Dick Grayson got a hit out on him, why don't you just come stay at my place and go into hiding, and somebody will watch your dog in the meantime, I guess. So there's that. Dick is living in constant like fear of attack, I guess, because like people he cares about, like ever since he publicly outed himself as this rich guy who's going to help the city, because he got $1 billion from Alfred, even though nobody else in the Bat family seemed to have gotten any of that money. Now that I think about it, that is kind of strange. Did Alfred leave anything for Jason? Did he leave anything for Tim or Damian and that, or did he just leave it all exclusively to Dick Grayson? You know, if Alfred was a billionaire, I would have kind of hoped that he left something for the other kids, but I guess not, because they want to tell this story. But basically there's that. Then they go and try and figure things out. Like I said, Dick stays at their place. There's some moments with Wally's kids waking up. Oh, there's Bitewing right there. I guess they just picked him up at some point in the middle of the night. But yeah, like I said, Dick's even wearing a DC shirt with one of the old logos. A much cooler looking logo, by the way. I wish they'd bring that back. Also, because people he cares about are being targeted, Barbara Gordon gets targeted by these people, and like she's not even remotely worried about the situation. Like, oh, I can, get my way out of this situation, but it probably would be suspicious if Barbara Gordon did, so I'm going to tell you my location. And then when they go to open up the truck, because, Babs is close to Dick, and they're like, oh, it's your boyfriend. He's like, we haven't really defined a relationship. What do you mean you haven't defined it? Are you really dating or not? Just settle already. Just settle. So just do something with that already, because it's just getting kind of a little like, will they, won't they? I'm like, just do it already. I mean, they are always kind of flirting. They're always kind of sleeping together and that, so they're pretty much a couple at this point. So yeah, anyways, they go toe-to-toe with KG Beast, and that's pretty much where the issue ends. So Wally's like, you know what, I want a piece of this guy. He gave us Rick Grayson. So yeah, that's pretty much the issue in a nutshell, just kind of briefly summarizing everything that kind of happens. It was more entertaining than the previous two, like, crossover issues. Even before that, like, it's nice that we're kind of getting more back towards the whole Blockbuster thing. Because, like I said, once Fear State hit, I felt like all the momentum of the book was kind of just, like, thrown away. So, like, I feel like you could honestly skip all the Fear State stuff. You could skip the Superman Son of Kal-El crossover stuff. That's, like, 5 issues of... And then also there was, like, the annual, too, which didn't really advance the plot forward. So, like, you kind of skip all that stuff. Even the cool single issue, which I do recommend reading because it is done in like one continuous shot, that doesn't really advance the plot so much forward. It's just kind of like stuff that we've it's just the dog getting kidnapped, but it's done in a cool, fun, creative way. So yeah, like I said, you can finally get back into the Nightwing book. I feel like we're finally getting back to where I want the book to go, to when I was really enjoying it. And that's like with Blockbuster being the main antagonist, trying to figure out what's the deal with Dick Grayson's long lost half sibling, which we're just now finding out about, and pretty much everything else from there. So yeah, those are my brief thoughts on it. Tell me what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. I also got Detective Comics' most recent issue I got to talk about today. But other than that, I hope everyone's having a nice day, and I hope this book continues to gain some momentum. I don't know, is this just going to pick up in Nightwing? It's not going to be a crossover with Flash, I don't think. So at least it's not going to be like another one. Oh, we just had a crossover, and here's another crossover. So it's just going to be set all in the Nightwing book. But it's nice to see Dick and Wally kind of teaming up, because I feel like I haven't gotten that in a while. So just the two of them. So, yep. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.